Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
That's the ease at which you get information. You're always connected and informed. So if you're diabetic and still using old technology and finger pricks, what are you waiting for? U.S. Med carries the highest quality continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. U.S. Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. Call 1-888-US-MED-17 today. That's 1-888-US-MED-17 today. And manage your diabetes as easy as...
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. A server at a restaurant recently talked about this story on Reddit about a customer that left a big tip to impress a date, only to try and then secretly reduce the amount when the date didn't know about it.
Oh, come on. Wow.
Yeah.
What a douche.
Yeah, I mean, this dude came in, spoiled his date. I mean, he ordered all this expensive stuff, an array of appetizers.
Oh, man, after your own heart. You love the apps.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you get all the apps. When the bill came, he insisted on paying, came to $289, and then he turned around and tipped $100 on that, which is, I mean, that's 35% tip. That's nice.
Damn.
Yeah. So, you know,
I mean, trying to look like a high roller, kind of like, hey, look at me, I'm full of cash.
Exactly. I mean, that, you know, that there are some dudes that think that women are impressed by that, and I suppose there are women that are impressed by that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But not long after they left, he ran back into the place. I wonder what excuse he gave.
Probably said, like, I forgot my sock or something. I
forgot my sock? Oh, my God. You would be the worst excuse maker if we were pulling a crime. Remind me not to let you talk to the authorities if we ever get in trouble for doing something illegal.
Hey, hold on. I got to run back to the restaurant. What happened? What'd you forget? My sock.
I forgot my sock.
All right, jacket. All right, how about jacket?
Way better. If you're wearing it, though, but hopefully you didn't, make sure you leave it in there, Steve.
My other jacket. I might have forgotten my wallet.
So he runs back into this place and then demands that the restaurant reduce his tip to just $20. So he basically says, shave 80 off of that. I'm not giving you a $100 tip. I only want to give you a $20.
That's not 20% then.
No, it's not even. Yeah, it's not at all. It's like 7%.
What a douche.
Yeah, that's a real douchey thing to do. And he was a jerk about it, too, because he said, look, if you don't do this, I'm just going to dispute it with my credit card companies. And so, come on.
This guy seems like a lot of fun.
But I love what the server did. The server was, I think, expert, because what she did is she followed him out, ran up to his car, tapped on the window, so the date's still inside. He's there. He's like, yeah. She says, sir, just want to let you know if you want to reduce your tip from $100 to $20, then you're going to have to sign a new receipt.
Oh, just dined him out right in front of her.
Yeah, and she said the date was stunned. The guy was glaring at her.
Probably not going to come back to that restaurant.
Good. Yeah, and I wonder if that date's going to come back to him.
Yeah.
Because that's embarrassing. I would imagine if you're on a date and all of a sudden somebody chases you out and, that date knew what was up. It's like, oh, really? You are such a douche.
Well, I'm trying to think of and it might be fun to actually get your daughter Sarah in the room and Vicky as well, just because I know you guys probably deal with it more than dudes. But on my end, I remember in college and other times trying to impress a girl, but my impression wasn't trying to scam a restaurant out of a tip. It was being a fan of a band that I really didn't like, trying to hope that I remember being obsessed with this artist, Matthew Sweet. And he was fine.
Nice.
I like his song, Girlfriend. Actually, it turned out I became a fan of his music, but the only reason why I even tried to like his music, at the time I was big into metal, and he's far from metal, was because there was this girl that lived in my dorm that loved Matthew Sweet. And I'm like, if we bond over Matthew Sweet, we'll probably get married. Well, no, I didn't know that. Wow. Okay. She was like, cool. And that was pretty much as far as it went, my fandom of Matthew Sweet with her. But then I would like try and like make it a point to listen to him loudly. So if she ever came by, she'd be like, who's listening to Matthew Sweet? And then it's me, and then we get married. None of that happened.
Wow.
It was a giant failure, BJ.
Well, you really had this all planned out.
Yeah, I was not a very, I guess you would say I was not a ladies' man. Ever.
I mean, look, I understand the strategy, and at least, you know what, you're not being a douche to anybody else.
And I feel like if we ended up, let's just say we ended up dating, I feel like she probably would just laugh it off. It wouldn't be like a deal breaker that I was like, hey, I became an obsessive Matthew Sweet fan just to impress you.
Yeah, it is interesting the things that all of us do to try to impress the other person.
So I'm wondering with your daughter, since she's in the room now, if anyone, like, have you had that where guys were trying to impress you, and do you remember any instances?
You know, the one that first comes to mind is actually with my current man, J. Rubs. When we first started dating and he found out that I was a vegetarian, I remember him going on this long spiel about how he's always wondered what it's like to be a vegetarian and how he's always wanted to try it. And I was like, okay, let's do it. Like, I'm the perfect influence because I don't have it around. I'll never order it at restaurants. And so he tried to be a vegetarian.
How long did that go for?
I mean, for what I know, a month. But when around me, when he was out with his friends and stuff, probably not at all. But I was like, you don't have to do this, dude. Like, I don't care if you eat meat or not. It's fine. Like, I would rather you eat meat rather than lie to me about it or be like craving it the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
I'm picturing him like not eating meat around you, and then he becomes like the living embodiment of that meme. Granted, it was for different reasons, but that meme of that girl with all the hot dogs being thrown in her face.
Yeah.
Like, that's just him, like, feed me all the meat.
He's just sneaking sausage on the sly.
Right.
Yeah, like has to like go to the closet, or like we're at a restaurant and like goes to the bathroom and like sneaks sausages or something. I was like, no, this is not impressive anymore, dude. Like, chill.
Yeah, I wish your mother was that way, Sarah. I wish she was giving me the old get out of jail free card when it came to the meat. It took a lot of years before I got to have meat again.
Yeah, what, like 20 till you stood up for her or to her?
Yeah, well, it wasn't that. She said, no, I never stood up to her. She just started eating meat, and that's when I said, okay, we're free. And Steve was there. Steve remembers we were in San Francisco the weekend that I was finally allowed to eat meat, and I went insane.
It was Chinese New Year. I'll never forget.
Oh, man.
Wow. I was liberated.
Well, because there was a big party going on. That's I remember it was like and then we went to Morton's Steakhouse that night.
Oh, was that just I'll never,
wow.
The day of my emancipation, the Lunar New Year,
right?
Emancipated me from vegetarianism.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the year of the rat, a year of this. It was
the year of the beef.
It was the year of the Morton steak. Vicky, do you have any instances where someone tried to impress you?
Oh, this guy was just a pile. Like, he made a comment, and it was towards the racist type of comment.
Oh, wow.
And then proceeded to say, but no, I'm not racist because I've had sex with Brazilian women, with Asian women, with Latino women, like black women. He just went on this list of all the women he has slept with. Trying to impress me,
after making a racist comment,
trying to prove to me that he's not, but trying to be impressive. Like, I am this guy. It's like, okay.
That is a weird flex,
right? I'm like,
when will people learn, whenever someone accuses you of being racist, don't ever say, oh, no, you know what? Plenty of my friends are blank. I mean, that never will. Or even like this guy to the extreme. Plenty of women I've had sex with are blank. It's just like, no, dude, that's not, no.
I'm like, that is the great thing on the first date, to continually tell me of all the women you have had sex with before.
Well, it's a good way to know that you don't want to date the guy again.
Oh my God. That wasn't like that whole date was just awful.
Or get an STD check.
All right. And yeah, he was mad and wondering why I never called him back. Like, that was the first time I ever ghosted anyone, because I'm like, I don't know what to say to you, because you're kind of crazy.
Yeah, you really, and they're not going to get it. I mean, it's obvious they don't get it, God, I mean, it's just the uncomfortable moments. I mean, I remember we were at a professional gathering where in this professional gathering, and it wasn't too long ago, and I'm going to be very vague about this, I was shocked that somebody told a racist joke. This was maybe only 5 years ago, and we were at a professional gathering and meeting people for the first time, and it was a business thing.
It was a gathering of the juggalos, just admit it.
So professional. I was very shocked at... But you know, you're just like, wait a second, what decade is this that you think that nobody is going to be all of us were just dumbfounded. Unfortunately, I mean, this is a tough part. You're in business. Like, this is a business thing. And I'm sitting there going, if I open my mouth, I mean, am I going to cost the company money? But at the same time, I'm like, how do we want to do business with this person? I mean, it was a beating. Thank God, I think somebody else finally said, yeah, we're not going to do business with it. I mean, it was like, as soon as we walked out, I was just dumbfounded. And I remember one of them, I was so proud of the manager as the manager goes, yeah, we're not going to do business with that set of folks because of that situation. And I was very, very happy and very proud. But it was only 5 years ago. Who does things like this? It's just people are clueless. They just don't know.
What about Danny? I wonder if Danny's ever done anything to impress a woman to try and get on a date.
Gone into massive credit card debt. For me, that was just, I mean, I was like...
Dinners.
I was going to be the tip guy, except I just actually paid for it. So it was like, anytime I thought a girl was interested in me, I'd be like, let's go to XYZ. Let's go get unlimited sushi, and you can order whatever you want. But I didn't have the money to do it, because I worked at Hot Topic. Come on, let's be honest. And at that point, it was like...
I could get you one t-shirt for 50% off.
Yeah. But it was,
you buy one at a regular price, of course.
But it was just, I went until I remember like the biggest bill I ever had was probably about $550.
What?
For a date?
For a
date, yeah.
Did she bring her family?
No, it was just me and her.
What the hell are you guys doing?
Dude, that's insane. That's
alcohol, all of the above.
That's unreasonable.
Yeah, busting that bubbly out.
Well, I know, but she was hot.
Oh, man.
I mean, I've done that with D. Ted Smith, but that was,
Well, he's hot too.
Right,
yeah.
That was just one of those nights of excess.
That's about the only person you should spend that kind of money on is D. Ted Smith. That's
right.
It. Yeah.
You know, in a weird way, my wife once did something to try and impress me. On our first date, we went to The Rock, and I ordered as appetizers mussels. And she's like, yeah, I love mussels. And she was like struggling to eat them. And I found out like a couple weeks after that she only did it because she was afraid that it would I wouldn't be like that. It would put me off if she wasn't a fan of mussels. I'm like, you could have told me you didn't like mussels. Like, that's not going to be a deal breaker.
Yeah, more for you.
If you said you like dudes with muscles, then I'd be like, well, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
But then you became a wrestler. Now you've got muscles.
Now watch me flex. I need a quick pump before you do it, though.
Oh, there you go.
I forget some psychologist or whatever I was reading said that, you know, when people first meet each other and they're romantically involved, you really never get to know the person. You're not really meeting that person because you're trying to be something you think they want. They're trying to be something you want. And it's not like till the third or fourth date that you actually start meeting that person for the first time.
Yeah, you get more comfortable around them.
Yeah, it's weird that we go, oh yeah, like it's just like, oh, whatever you want, I'm into that, and it's like you're not into that at all. I mean, it's like opposite stuff, and so you don't really get to know them, and that's why with some people, like the longer that charade goes on, the more of a shock it is when you go, I don't know why I don't like this person anymore. We had such a great first couple of dates, and it's like, well, you were never really dating them then. You were dating this sort of, they were dating what they thought you wanted, and you were giving them what you thought they wanted.
Rev, have you ever tried to? I don't see Rev as being a guy that goes above and beyond to trying to impress somebody.
Yeah, no,
I'm super lazy when it comes down to all of that, and it's never really necessarily worked out. I do remember the wife though doing that same thing you were talking about with the muscles with yours. Was I was super into Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and they were doing the live show.
Yes.
So I was able to get tickets to that, and I was like, I asked my then girlfriend, now wife, and I was like, hey, do you like Always Sunny? Would you like to go? And she's like, oh sure, yeah, I love Always Sunny.
They're the best.
Come to find out from her sister that she had never seen the show whatsoever.
Oh.
But it was super sweet because she just wanted to hang out with me. So, I mean, I feel pretty okay with that.
Oh, and I believe that live show was very bizarre for any non-Always Sunny fan.
Because it was like, it was a play within an episode. So they were doing the Nightman play while they were actually kind of doing the whole episode. It was a whole train wreck. It was super funny. But if you don't know it, you're just going to be sitting there confused, wondering why people like this. And
it's
that was her.
trippy, too. And Nightman is, by the way, still very bizarre if you are an Always Sunny fan. Like,
absolutely.
It's deep, like, what the F is going on here? Wow. Yeah, she really cared about you.
Right.
Well, we got a survey, and this one here, I think, you know what? This won't start any arguments. A survey being done to figure out what makes for a perfect burger. Oh, sure. We'll all agree on this. I'll tell you all about this at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
That's the ease at which you get information. You're always connected and informed. No waiting. So if you're living with diabetes and still using old tech and finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels and accepts Medicare and over 800 private insurers. Call 1-888-US-MED65 today. That's 1-888-US-MED65 today. And manage your diabetes as easy as...
Hey, what's up, everyone? You find yourselves trying to get your Craig Mack on and put some brand new flavor in your ear? Well, funny you should mention that because we have a brand new show that you should check out. It is called Pod Sauce. It is your podcast discovery show.
Everyone's always looking for a podcast recommendation. We got lots of them for you, from true crime to pop culture. And you can join us each week as we dish on all of our favorite podcasts out there. So make sure you download the Odyssey app and search Pod Sauce, or head on over to podsauce.com.
We got you covered, guys.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Someone did a poll. I don't know who it was. Some rando. And they did a poll to find out what the perfect burger looks like.
Oh, it was the Burger King. He did it. With his friend Ronald.
Okay. So Ronald and the Burger King did it.
And their annoying little sister friend, Wendy.
I feel like Jack should have been involved.
Jack popped by for a little bit. He did.
I was gonna say, come on, Jack's the life of the party, please. All right. Well, we've got we basically got the perfect burger according to this poll, and it involves, of course, the perfect burger toppings. Here we go. Are you ready?
Perfect burger toppings.
I should ask you guys, what has to be on a burger for you guys?
Cheese.
Is that a topping?
That's number one, Vicky.
I
That's
count it
number
as a
one.
topping.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But cheese is a topping.
But then it's a cheeseburger.
But it's still one on my
It's
burger.
still a burger. You know, I'm okay without cheese on my burger.
It depends on the burger.
Like a Whopper, I don't get cheese on my Whopper.
Exactly.
Same. Totally.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, wow. You know, I can't remember if I do or don't because I feel like cheese is just part of it. If I go anything above a regular burger, cheese is like, okay, that's making it a deluxe, if you will.
You know, the other one that I will not get cheese on is a Sonic burger.
I haven't had a Sonic burger in forever.
I love Sonic burgers, but
they just get like a squirt of
cheese.
mustard and a pickle. Is that what they do?
No, they have the lettuce and tomato and everything. Yeah, but for some reason, I don't know why. Just unless you get the supersonic cheeseburger, which is also delicious, and it's a double patty, that's great. But no, if I'm just getting a regular single burger, no cheese.
Wow.
But if I'm thinking like a barbecue where they have like the whole spread out, cheese all the way. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Or you know what I like as a topping on my burger? Another burger.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like a double burger,
double
baby.
patty.
Get that extra protein in me.
Yeah, not sure that's a topping, but cheese is number one.
Okay.
All right. So, number two is really surprising to me. It's tasty, but I'm surprised that it's the number two thing people want on their burger.
Bacon.
That is it, sir.
Nice.
Why are you surprised?
Dude, Baconators are amazing.
Because not every, I don't always feel like bacon on my burger. It doesn't mean I don't like bacon, but I mean, it's not like always mandatory. You know what I mean? Sometimes I just want a cheeseburger or sometimes I just want a regular burger. I mean, and then when I'm feeling decadent, like I said, when I'm ready to go, it's like, yeah, let's make it. But that's the number 2 thing people need is bacon on their burger.
That makes sense because we're not talking condiments don't count as a topping, right? That's a whole different conversation.
Oh, boy, that's a tough one.
They go on top the burger.
Yeah, I feel that's still a topping.
Yeah, but
now my mind's starting to hurt.
I think Steve is right. I think that condiments are not a topping. Condiments are
they're just
what
a condiment.
Yeah, they're a condiment. So
I guess they have their own term. So
right, yeah. And so I'm talking about other stuff you would put on there that would be more solid. Condiments are more liquid. I'm talking more solid things, which would be the toppings. Well, I mean, bacon is solid. Cheese is really solid.
I know something that Steve hates, which I love on my Whopper, which would be a tomato.
Yeah, that is tomato came in 5th place.
Right. Well, unfortunately, Rep, I don't hate it because I don't like them. I just hate it because they give me canker sores.
Well, absolutely.
Because I thought you were going to say onions because onions are.
Oh, I love those on my Whopper.
Best thing ever. Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
That came in at number 4. Onions,
unless they're
raw
caramelized.
Onions, by the way,
raw onions especially.
Raw onions.
Yeah,
I was about to go F that, but use the actual word.
Please don't.
Wow.
Raw onions
came in
are
at
the
number
worst.
4. So 4 starts with an F.
Yeah, man. Why would you want to put raw onions on your burger?
Because they're so good.
They're tasty, yeah.
Then you taste the onions for the rest of the day.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's the problem I have. I like onions on my burger, but then I know it's on my breath. So I go, I don't want to do that to other people, so I don't ever have them.
Man.
Get a breath mint, man.
I don't,
dude, the raw onion smell never goes away.
It's like that Dave Attell bit where it's like, you can put potpourri spray in the bathroom and then you get a mixture of both.
I guess you're not wrong.
It's the same thing with a breath mint and onions. It's the mixture of both.
So no cheese on a Whopper? You guys are weird.
That's what makes us weird.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the thing that makes us weird. Absolutely. Up until then, we were cool.
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, really, we would be the coolest show ever, but that one thing.
So Steve needs a sponsorship by Burger King because every time he brings it up, I must go right after work. You and me both.
Yeah, basically, I'm going to have to go today.
I am surprised that you and the King don't have some side deal, which maybe you do and I just don't know about.
Well, yeah, they should just call me the Burger Prince.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Of all the things I want to call you,
Steve, the
why
Burger
not?
Prince Miggs.
Or the Burger Jester. I mean, maybe I'm not royalty.
Okay, fair enough.
But I'm still part of the crew.
The kind of guy that you are, though, I really thought you'd be a good spokesperson for Dick's.
You know what? I'm all in for that.
Yeah, so am I. Really, call me that.
I know you're insulting me, but I'm in if it means I get a deluxe.
That's so true.
Pickles
that went wrong. I really want to be the spokesperson for Dick's.
A lot of texters are saying pickles should be on this list.
They have to be.
Yeah, no mention of pickles on the list.
Wow. What kind of pickles do you like? Do you like those cucumber pickles, like the sweetie ones?
No, I like the dills.
The dills, okay.
Yeah. See, I like the sweet and sour pickles. That's what I would put on there instead of an onion because I'll still get the sweetness, but the pickles won't wreck my breath the way an onion will. Mm-hmm. But then again, if you're throwing ketchup on there, ketchup is also a sweetener. So I don't really need any like pickles or onions if I'm going to throw ketchup on my burger. And Danny, you're saying no to ketchup?
No, ketchup's the worst.
What?
I thought I knew you.
No,
we had a fight about that on hot dogs, but on burgers?
Mustard and mayo, that's all you need.
Ketchup, mustard, and mayo.
No ketchup.
And maybe even a little drizzle of barbecue sauce if we're feeling a little nasty.
No barbecue either. I'm going to go with ranch for my spice.
Of course it's always ranch.
Well, I can't beat ranch because ranch is fancy mayo. I mean, it is. I mean, mayonnaise. I mean, if you go, I think you go one step up when you go ranch as far as in the mayo family. I feel like it's, I'm not going to fault you for it because people love mayo, but then ranch to me is fancy mayo. It's like mayo with stuff.
Someone just said, Steve, you can't be the Burger Prince when you eat burgers like a child. Tomatoes and onions all the way.
Not wrong. He's the prince. He's the younger version.
Right. That is a child. A prince can be a child.
Yeah,
you're
I'm not the purple guitar playing prince. I'm a child prince.
We'll make you the burger baby.
Burger baby.
Because you don't like the adult stuff.
How about burger baby?
Okay, sure.
What the hell?
I don't know.
You both can have that.
Someone said, how about peanut butter? I know it's probably not on the list, but peanut
it's
butter.
completely not on the list.
Peanut butter should be on the list. It's delicious on a burger.
I've had that, Danny, right? Didn't we have that at Luna Park?
Yeah, and you loved it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's really good. I just want to make sure that
Danny,
I did.
remember this for me.
Yeah, Rev, you know my life. I really have to check. I really have to check these days. It's bad.
One texter said, I've always been a fan of Danny until he said he hates ketchup on a burger. Danny can now suck it.
Yeah, 46%. Almost half of America are about ketchup, and almost half of America are about mayo. How about, though, fewer people do like mustard, which makes Danny even more of a communist.
The only burger that I actually actively like mustard on is just a basic McDonald's cheeseburger. Like the mustard that they have with that, I don't know if it's magical or what's going on with it. It's probably just normal mustard, but the ketchup and the mustard with those ones are just, maybe it's memories, I don't know, but they're really, really good.
Yeah, for some reason, my brain, and I'm old, is that ketchup goes on a burger, mustard goes on a hot dog, even though I always put ketchup on a hot dog. I don't know why. It just seems like, to me, that's what I remember, is that mustard's better on a hot dog, ketchup's better on a burger, but you're right, Steve, I can mix and match.
Yeah, I think both are great on both.
When I finally take you guys to New Mexico, you guys' life's going to be changed because it's going to be green chili on your burger, and you're going to be like, this is the best thing I've ever had in my entire life.
But see, if green chili is what makes everything crappy in New Mexico taste better, does that mean then really there's nothing good in New Mexico? The green chili just hides it?
Yeah.
Ooh, somebody has a good one. Avocado.
Yes.
Avocados on a burger are really good.
Yeah. They are solid, yeah.
The best fast food.
What?
No.
Well, Steve, it's like you with the canker sores. Avocado wrecks my throat, the acid or whatever. That's the only reason.
Man.
But avocado's delicious.
Gosh, I hate when fruits and vegetables F us like this.
It's so true. I mean, it's like oranges. Like I can't, anything like that. You can't have too much. It's like, come on, America.
I don't remember last time I had an orange. Sad.
Oh.
I mean, if you want pain, I've got one here if you really want one.
No, I don't want one.
I know.
Though the best guacamole burger at a fast food place is Carl's Jr.'s. They have the best, and it has bacon on it. It is amazing.
I haven't tried that. Okay, then.
If I remember correctly, I had at Carl's once was a teriyaki burger, and it had like teriyaki sauce and a pineapple on it.
That sounds wonderful.
It was, but it's not a good burger to eat when driving because that teriyaki sauce.
Unbelievable.
The pineapple just slid right out of the burger and onto my lap. And it was just a giant teriyaki mess all over my clothes.
Okay.
And then it's like, well, now I gotta just like accept that I'm gonna just have this on my clothes for the entire ride home.
Why are you eating burgers and driving? Come on. I mean, unless they're sliders.
They're handheld.
Right.
Come on. They're not. I mean, they really aren't meant to. They were just not meant for this. Unless they're sliders or one biters. Come on.
Well, that's why I learned not to do that again.
Especially with the messy ass teriyaki burger, which unfortunately it looks like Carl's Jr. has removed from the menu.
What?
Probably because of that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great combo.
Well, I did sue them after that, a class action lawsuit. So that's.
Oh yeah, listen. You know what? Once the coffee thing happened, dude, all bets are off. Go after them.
How about French fries on your burger? Somebody said.
Yeah.
I've still never done that.
On the burger?
Yeah,
for sure.
No, you just eat them separate.
Well, they have like those sandwiches that are like like it's like meat and then like a roast beef sandwich, and then they work French fries in it as well. It's supposedly really good.
Or it's
it all goes the same place.
True, and if you've ever tried a California burrito,
that's too. Yeah,
they have the French fries and the
Mimo's in Tacoma has an amazing. Basically, it's just a drunk person's burrito because they just shove everything and French fries in there.
Today's Tacoma's great day.
Yeah, Tacoma is great. You jerk.
That's every day with the Rev.
Mm-hmm. I know, really. Well, if you come down to Tacoma, you can have a better life forever.
Man, I'm not going to fancy ass Mercer Island where they don't put French fries in the burritos.
See, I don't want French fries in anything other than just as French fries because I like the fries are like kind of. It shortens my meal enjoyment. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going to put my fries in my burger, like I just wasted everything on that. Like I had the burger and then enjoy the fries. It extends my eating experience.
I was feeling that, but I couldn't explain it. And I'm glad you're here for me.
Right. It's like all of a sudden I just like cut my enjoyment in half.
How about you just order an extra side of onion rings and then you can have that on the side?
Look, clearly based on this conversation, I'm eating healthy.
Yeah, I know.
I know. Yeah, of course. Yes, if we order more food, we can extend our eating enjoyment, but boy, that's going to be bad on the other side.
Someone brought up Red Robin, the bonsai burger of Red Robin. But what I thought about it, Red Robin, is the one with the egg on it. Is that the bonsai burger?
Yes.
Maybe? I don't know, but egg is a great topping.
No,
on a
it's
burger.
not.
That's why I love Loco Mocos, man. Man, Loco Mocos.
Loco Moco's fun. It's not a burger form. So it's just like, I don't know, like egg on a burger, it looks gross and it seems weird.
But that's what a Loco Moco is. A Loco Moco is egg on a burger without the bun.
Yeah, but it has rice instead of the bun, so it's not a burger, so it makes me feel better.
It's so good.
And Red Robin is the Royal Red Robin burger, the one with the egg.
I know it sounds stupid, but don't worry about it. It's just my own thing.
Listen, as long as you know, then you know what, enlightenment is the first step.
How about some jalapenos for some spice?
Some people texted jalapenos as well.
Yeah, I got to do this.
Yeah, I didn't see that on this list because, again, this wasn't written by communism.
Well, they clearly did not talk to my grandmother, who brings pickled, jalapenos and vegetables with her to Carl's Jr. to put them on her burger.
Well, that's because your grandmother's on the do not fly list.
My grandmother is badass.
Click on that bonsai burger at Red Robin. What was that, pineapple in that?
Yes, it looks like pineapple.
Yum.
Yeah, I like those ones too.
Well, what we've seen from this list is that we all agree, just like everything that we do in this country. Congratulations to all of us. We're all one unified front when it comes to what to put on our burgers.
Yeah, right.
Nice going, everybody. You did it good. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
Which Batman villain did Cillian Murphy play in The Dark Knight?
Two-Face.
No.
Oh, damn it. Dr. Octagon.
No.
Well, Dr. Octagon.
No.
Well, I think we now know the new villain in the new Spider-Man movie,
Right.
Dr. Octagon.
Right, he only fights Spider-Man in UFC fights.
Yeah, he throws stop signs at everybody. That's how he wins. The correct answer was Scarecrow, my friends. You want a shot at beating Steve? I think you have a pretty good one.
Yeah.
206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs. We'll do that at 8:49 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I'm getting my wages garnished. Can bankruptcy help with that?
Absolutely. One of the big reasons people file bankruptcy is because they have a judgment or a lawsuit against them, or their wages are getting garnished, and so they can't pay their other regular ongoing bills. People sometimes think that you can't file bankruptcy once they have a judgment against them or once a garnishment has started, and that's not true. Filing bankruptcy will immediately stop any garnishment that you have going, except for child support, and stop your creditors from continuing on with garnishments of your bank account, your wages, and in most cases will discharge that liability through the bankruptcy process. And we can file a bankruptcy case for you usually the day you come in.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.